Welcome back to the Whiskey Couch here in sunny South Africa with me, GUSTAV MULLER, as your host. This is Whiskey Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 112, and today's whiskey is the second French single malt, the Armorik Double Maturation. The first one I reviewed yesterday, and that was the sherry finish. And this is actually my third French single malt that I'm tasting. My first experience with or exposure to single malt from France was about 2 years ago when my son and I traveled through Scotland, and in the southwest of Scotland next to the road there was this wonderful whiskey shop. I think the name, if I'm not mistaken, was the Whiskey Experience or something like that. And that's where I tasted my first single malt from France, and I remember it made quite an impression on me. So second one, and this is then the third one that I'm tasting in my life, and it's from the Warenghem Distillery on the coast of France. Now yesterday when I reviewed the sherry finish, I did give a bit of background and some detail on the distillery itself. So today I'm going straight to the whiskey. This expression from Warenghem, the Armorik Double Maturation, unchill filtered, which is a good thing, 750 milliliters here in South Africa, and bottled at 46% alcohol by volume, same as yesterday as the sherry finish. This one was matured in new Brittany French oak casks and then finished in sherry casks. The difference between this expression and the sherry finish from yesterday is that yesterday's was matured in ex-bourbon casks and then finished in Oloroso sherry casks. So you've got bourbon and sherry, and here you've got Brittany French oak casks and then the sherry. Double matured single malt. And I poured my dram a little bit earlier just to give it time to settle, but we've got a beautiful dark amber color, which is an indication that there is some sherry wood involved in the maturation. The legs that are forming there on the glass, amber color, rich. First thing that comes to mind if I experience this nose, rich and fruity with some stone fruits and citrus. I'm also getting citrus and sherry. So the citrus probably from the ex-bourbon casks and the sherry from the ex-sherry casks. But a nice, sweet, fruity nose. A sweet and fruity single malt. Quite impressive. The citrus and the stone fruits on the nose is also on the palate. More distinguishable, some peaches and pears, and it's lovely oily and mouth coating. The raisins and the sherry and the nuts from the sherry casks is appearing on the palate as well. And some chocolate, and then also the oak spices and a little bit of bitter notes right at the end. Quite a decent single malt. The finish is medium long. Smooth dark chocolate sherry on the finish, and then some wood spices and some bitter notes right at the end. A little bit of a dry finish right at the end. But I'm curious to see what a few drops of water will do. I must say, quite a good single malt from France. And like I said yesterday, apparently Warenghem Distillery did the first single malt, the first French single malt ever to be produced came from this distillery. Oh, and the fruitiness, the sweet fruitiness has now evolved to candied fruit. Peaches, the peaches and the citrus, but more candied now with a few drops of water. And now on the palate, after a few drops of water, more dried fruit and some chocolate. So my summary for this particular expression would be fruit and nut chocolate. Fruit and nut chocolate, that would be my summary for this one. But I must admit, the sherry finish from yesterday is still my favorite, and maybe because I'm a sherry cask matured whiskey fan. The price here in South Africa around 800 Rand, 45 pounds in the UK and $60 in the US. So maybe a bit pricey for a no age statement. For the sherry finish, it was worth it. For this one, I don't know if one can get something better for a no age statement at this price. If you want to pair this whiskey with a food snack, then I would recommend that you connect with your food snack, with the flavors of your food snack. You connect with the fruitiness in this whiskey, the raisins, the sherry, or the nuts, and also the chocolate notes in the flavor profile of this whiskey. And the cereal notes. Those are the sort of notes in the flavor profile that you would want to connect with to make the whiskey and food pairing work. So chocolate covered raisins will work quite well. Fruit and nut chocolate could do the trick. Fruit cake with a bit of whipped cream. So very similar to my recommendations for yesterday's expression that I did. What I am going to try today is a lovely chocolate cake, a chocolate cookie, but it is a soft cookie. Especially the center has got soft chocolate, and it is dusted with a very fine icing sugar, similar to what one get on Greek shortbread. It is really a delicious cookie, so I'm going to see if I can get this to work. Let's see. It is a very good pairing. And the flavors still linger and linger. Wonderful. The chocolate notes, they just connect. That is actually quite a good pairing. I've got something else that I want to try. I think I tried it yesterday as well. It is an oats cookie, also a soft cookie, soft oats cookie with raisins and lovely cinnamon spices in this cookie. So I'm going to see if this works as well. There's also a bit of brown sugar. What an exciting pairing. The sort of baking spices and the raisins and the oats connecting with the cereal characteristics of this whiskey. But I must say that soft chocolate cookie, that one takes the prize. That was the best pairing with this specific whiskey, finished in sherry casks. Excellent. Thank you for watching. Remember to share this video with your friends, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for the next whiskey tasting and food pairing review. Slàinte.